Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Robert, I'm an English teacher here at Wise English in Da Nang, Vietnam. And this is the third video in our series of top tips for helping you succeed on the IELTS exam. I hope you've seen our first two videos on speaking and listening, and today we'll be moving on to reading. I often ask my students, what are you reading in English? And if they're in secondary school or university, the answer usually is, well, I only really read the textbooks for my classes. Unfortunately, this doesn't work for IELTS. If you want to get a high score on the exam overall, and on the reading section in particular, you'll need to develop a better daily reading practice. Today, we'll answer the questions, what should you read, and how should you read? First question, what kind of text will you be seeing on the test? If we look at the British Council's website, it tells us that the passages for the reading test are taken from books, journals, magazines, and newspapers. They have been written for a non-specialist audience and are on academic topics of general interest. What about you? If you're only reading manga or your friends' Facebook posts, that's probably not going to help you understand these kinds of academic texts. Let's start with books. Maybe you're studying business, marketing, or management. So, why don't you read Alibaba, the house that Jack Ma built, or Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, who is the founder of Nike Shoes, one of the world's most successful brands. Each of these books is written in general, easy-to-read English and will teach you something about successful business strategies, as well as boosting your vocabulary. How about magazines? IELTS reading tests often have at least one scientific text, so brush up on your science knowledge by trying a magazine like Science that makes academic research in the area understandable to ordinary people like us. In the news now is an article about the discovery of feathers in dinosaur fossils, revealing how these creatures could fly. Reading this article will give you lots of great vocabulary about biology and archaeology. Last but not least, check out some well-written newspapers to help you keep up on current events. Expand your knowledge of your country and the world around you. If you live in Vietnam, why not read a couple articles a day from the international version of Vietnam Express? You could read about how a new generation of young Vietnamese business people are opening up milk tea shops that are challenging big international chains. Or a great article with pictures describing how fish sauce is made in the traditional way with modern technology. Now you know what to read, but how should you read? Instead of just reading and immediately forgetting what you read, ask yourself some questions after finishing. What was the text about? What was the most important thing that the author said? Did anything in the text confuse you? Did anything surprise you? Were there some words or ideas that were new for you? After you've read through quickly for the main idea, go back and read again. You want to underline or highlight some important words, take notes, and be sure to tell at least one person about what you read, whether it's a friend, a family member, or even your teacher. If the article is really good, why not share it on social media and list a few new words that you learned, so that your friends who are also preparing for IELTS might be able to get something out of it. If you have any other questions about the best ways to read or what to read, be sure to post them in the comments box and we'll do our best to respond. So once again, thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you next week for some more tips about listening. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks!